Hey, you beautiful, beautiful beings. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I wanted to do a really quick update. My name's Rosanna. Hello, this is Rosy Glow. If you haven't met me before, welcome, welcome. I'm an intuitive, multidimensional success coach, and I work in many different realms to bring the sense of multidimensional living to those of you who are new to this and are awakening starseeds. So tomorrow we have a new moon in Leo, and we've had a really intense energy update and upgrade since the 26th of July. I mean, it's non-stop, to be fair. And like keeping up with all of these energy upgrades can be pretty overwhelming at times. But what's really exciting about where we are is it's really heralding the start of the age of Aquarius. We've been in motion for a while, but we're actually really starting to see what this is about. Now, my teacher is Susanna Kennedy, and I think it's important to share that with you because we both kind of take counsel from energies that come through someone called Magenta Pixie. And I personally find it quite hard to understand what she's saying. I have to really soften my brain and listen with my heart. And this is why I spend time kind of listening to things that she says. Also, Aluna Ash is really great with her energy updates. And astrologically, I tend to connect more with Sarah Verber and also with Forever Conscious. But none of this is what I really want to put forward. It's more my intuitive understanding in layman's terms of what is going on, because for the most part, those who are really in the energy world, well, they're there already, but everyone else is awakening to this, and it can seem really scary. So what's happening? Well, okay, so when we talk about stargates, we talk about portals, we're talking about bringing in higher frequency consciousness to this earth, right? And this earth has been a prison planet for a really, really long time. We have actually forgotten our power as divine humans, and we are now awakening to it. So this idea of Christ consciousness, of the second coming, is actually, from my understanding, the awakening of that Christ consciousness within us. So we each walk the earth as divine humans, as he did. And this is where miracles happen, right? And this is where we learn to be the creator of miracles, as we recognize that we are miracles. Now, tomorrow I'm hosting a co-creation meditation, a new moon co-creation meditation at 1 p.m. British Standard Time. So if you can't actually make it, I'll keep it to an hour, but if you can't actually make it, remember you can check out the replay. Please subscribe to my channel, because what I'm inviting you to do is to subscribe to Grace and Ease through subscribing to Rosy Glow, because Rosy Glow is the power of revelation. It is the flame of divine grace that allows us to let go easily of what no longer serves us, just by being open to the revelations, and to therefore, as you have a revelation, you get to see situations in your life that till now you felt like blind to, not able to sort out, not able to shift. And by being able to take a step back and get it from a different perspective, then you can invite the gifts that are already there that you just can't see because you're blocking them through your blinkers. So that's what the frequency of divine grace is for me. And that's what I share with you through my Rosy Glow frequency. Now, I'm connected to the Co-Creation Collective. I've been told we are to have a 1 million strong YouTube channel subscription. And that's really about connecting to these higher frequencies. So from the 26th of July through to the 13th of August, we're basically being hit with a lot of high frequency energy. For the first time in so many years, I want to say hundreds and thousands of years, and it may well be, but it's certainly like 13,000, I think there's a 160,000 year cycle. There's quite a lot of cycles that have been converging to this point since 2012. And we're now in 2019, and it's just going to keep hotting up because it's this transition through to 2032. And the 26th of July was the start of this solar storm, this activation of our connection to the central sun. And this is, if you like, the easiest way to describe it is the source of all that is. Now, on the 8th of August, we have the Lionsgate portal opening, and that is open from the 8th until the 12th. And this is when we get lots of Syrian constellation frequencies coming through. So if you like, we're all not from this planet, okay? This is a planet that we learn to co-create in physical. So one of the places we originate from is Sirius. There are other constellations as well, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But basically, we get a very strong connection to this lion-like masculine energy. but what's been coming through since the 26th of July and what's going to continue to come through and basically peak around the 2nd of August. So we've got the new moon tomorrow. We've got Mercury, the planet of communication, which when it goes retrograde, and it has been the last 3 weeks, tends to, just because we believe it or because we put so much energy into it or because it is actually that powerful, it tends to cause a lot of mishaps with communication, with technology. It's going direct tomorrow, but we're not really going to feel that, you know, properly and fully for a few days because it stations and then goes direct. And so what's going to happen is really we're stepping into this powerful time where we're bringing in a diamond flame. And the diamond flame is a frequency that is feminine. It's the feminine Sophia wisdom. Sophia means wisdom. So it's like the divine feminine is flowing through. And the lion's energy, the lion's gate energy is going to support, and is what's happened with this solar storm, or this cosmic storm. It's like solar flares. We get loads of photons coming through, which is the photonic light is basically the highest frequency of light, and it's full of codes. These codes are connected to our monad, which is like our original blueprint. It's, if you can imagine, beyond your oversoul. And if you kind of want to understand yourself beyond your physical self, and you want to understand your spiritual energy, your soul energy, then what you're dealing with here is a situation where you're coming to understand your God self through receiving the codes that come through language. And they'll come through light language decoded into human language through people like Magenta Pixie and Alina Ash, and then people like me are able to sort of take it to the next level and make it a little bit more understandable in layman's terms or laywoman's terms. So tomorrow's co-creation meditation at 1 o'clock is going to be all about supporting people to step into their power as co-creators, to recognize the blueprint of our creation is for us to co-create consciously here on earth, rather than to be in victim consciousness. And this is also heralding the Christ consciousness rising up within each of us, which can be characterized by follow your heart, you know, follow your bliss, follow your joy, like listen to your heart, to your compassion, and work with that. It will teach you, it will heal you. Also, take the best, leave the rest. So kind of as you're learning about all of these things, and you're opening your heart and your mind to what is possible beyond what you've learned in your early life, if you don't resonate with something, you don't need to take it on as your truth. Just be open to receiving codes through the things that I say and other teachers say to support you to awaken your soul consciousness in your body, because that's what we're here to do. And the third point is the way that Magenta described it is love your brother as treat your brother as you would like to be treated. But you know, you could easily just take this back to treat others the way you would like to be treated. And in the end, we're learning how we show up in the world, and then what we get back from the people around us is very much down to our expectation and our perception. So my invitation is to support you to have an intention with me collectively. That's what we do with our co-creation meditations, because we step into our power to co-create consciously. And that intention is to take that power, to claim that power as the architect of our creations, as the architect of our co-creations. And I have some I am statements I'll share with you tomorrow. We've posted about some of them on Facebook, but they may well change because I'm kind of tuning into what's going to be most beneficial. And really what we're learning to do at the moment is to be in duality. There's a duality frequency going on, or a bilocation frequency going on, that since this portal opened on the 26th, we're getting like a constant stream of positive energy coming through and a constant stream of negative energy coming through. And we're having to decide which way are we going to focus. Like, are we going to allow ourselves to come undone and to go down a spiral of doom? Or are we going to keep using the energy of our hearts to fuel us into co-creating with joy? And you take one energy, you love it up, you transmute it, and it then fuels the other. So you're either going to reduce the good vibes by focusing on the negativity that's in your life or showing itself, or you're going to use the tools that you've already learned in your life to transmute that negativity to fuel the positivity. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. That's what we're doing in this time period that is leading up to the 13th of August. My birthday's the 12th, so I'm always very excited by that. And, you know, we're stepping into our bigness. So if you're intrigued by this and you would like to align with it and leave the struggle behind, then please join me tomorrow at 1 p.m. BST, so British Standard Time, and don't forget to subscribe. Lots of love. Mwah. I'll explain more tomorrow. Bye now.